This is all in a Netflix documentary, by the way. And I suggest that all of you watch this documentary so you can get the details of all of this. So his family does come up with the money after like a week, right? They got $1,000 between like 4 or 5 adults. They come up with $1,000. But by the time they come up with $1,000, he can't bail himself out anymore because his fingerprints had come back from like the testing, whatever they call it. And because he had priors on his record, he was not allowed to bail himself out. So basically they said, no, you can't bail out. You got to stay in jail. So he stays in jail, and then he finally gets in front of a judge. Now, when you get in front of a judge on a charge like this, so those of you who don't know how the system works, the judge offers you what they call a plea deal. A plea deal is basically you plead, let's just say, guilty to the crime that they're accusing you of. And by pleading guilty to the crime, they give you leniency. You basically get something on your record that says you pleaded guilty to this crime, but you might get something like probation. You don't have to do any jail time, and you get to go home. Like that day, you get to go home. And the judge offers him the plea deal and says, all right, well, I'll offer you a plea deal. You just plead guilty to having robbed this person. I don't know if it was, I believe it would have been a misdemeanor, and you get to go home right now. Now, Kalief Browder, he was standing on principle. He said, I did not rob this guy. I don't even know who this guy is. I wasn't doing anything wrong. No, I'm not pleading guilty to a crime. I don't want that on my record, because he knows what it looks like when you get crimes on your record. It's hard to get a job. It's hard to go to school. It's hard to get a house later on in life because you got these things on your record. So he said, no, I am not pleading guilty to this crime. And the judge said, okay, no problem. Then you got to come to trial. Now, here's the issue. Any of you know how the court system works, especially in a city like New York. Between the time that you appear before the judge and reject the plea deal, actually between the time you get arrested and the time you appear before the judge can take several days or weeks.